Now, as you can see, price has stuttered in our area. It got us in, pulled a little bit back, and it's now heading up towards where our stop loss is. Okay, so what are we not going to do? Well, we're not going to see it get close to our stop loss and go, oh, okay, well, I'm going to move it up a little bit and then see it get closer. Oh, well, maybe I was wrong. Remember, in the last episode, I said if your stop loss was wrong to begin with, then your entry was probably wrong too. Okay, so be very careful, because look at what's happened to our risk to reward now. Now, instead of our risk to reward being 800-ish to 5,300, now if we pull this all the way up here, now we're changing the odds. Let's take a quick look at what that would look like. If we were in a short position, we had this, and at our original stop loss, we had about a 1 to 7. Fantastic odds. I love it. But now if we get close to our stop loss and we're scared, right? We're moving it back. Oh, okay, I can't lose. Remember we talked about ego recently in one of our episodes. I can't lose. I have to push it back. I don't want to lose. I'm not a loser. I'm not a loser if it doesn't ever hit this button. If it never hits my stop loss, I'm not a loser. It could come all the way up here and then come all the way down, and then I'm going to make lots of money. Okay, sure. But if we move this up to here, for example, look at what happens to the risk to reward ratio. It goes from that 6.78 all the way down to a 2.2. That's a huge adjustment. Sometimes when we're scared of losing, when we fear that ego hit, saying, I'm not a loser. Yes, actually, we are losers. We want to be the best loser, as we talked about in a couple of episodes ago. So what we have to do, when you set this trade up, when you back tested this structure, when you back tested all those 100, 200 trades, where was the stop loss? Because if this is where the stop loss is, now, if we start moving things and shifting things up higher and higher and higher, you know what that does? That changes everything about your strategy. This is not how you tested your strategy. This is not what it looked like. This is what it looked like when you tested your strategy, okay? If in the middle of our trades, we get that fear, right? That fear of missing out on a good trade, that fear of losing, and we start inching back and inching back and inching back, that is what is going to ruin our results, because they're no longer based on what we tested. We're changing things completely. Now, if this is your strategy and it looks like this, and you've tested it 100, 200, 300 times, fantastic. Keep it up, because that is rule following. That is how you are successful in the market. But if this is where your stop loss is supposed to be, if that's how you tested it, if that is what gave you those 40%, if that is what gave you that 6.5 R that allows you to make money when you have your 40% win rate, this is how it has to stay, okay? But remember, you're gonna have to put in the work. You're gonna have to back test your strategies. You're gonna have to see, what do you like, what resonates with you.